Hey guys, it's Brandon with Madco Whitetails. Today we are going to be reviewing my new release I got. I picked up the Onnex. Now while it's a rather pricey release, it came with all of the things I wanted on it. So let's go over some pieces it comes with first, and we'll go over what I think about the actual release after that. Alright, so one of the main things I really liked about this release is how customizable it is. As you can see, I'm shooting it with the 3-finger on there right now. It does come with the attachment for the 2-finger if you would like to shoot it as a 2-finger. 3 is a little bit easier for me. My true ball before that was a 3, and I just like the feel of it. I do shoot a Ranger, a B3 Ranger that is a 2-finger, or I guess technically a 3-finger, and this is a 4-finger. But it's got 3 fingers right here is what I like about it. Another thing is, I mean, it's super customizable. You can play with the trigger, and I mean, I got it set to barely pushing, and it's down to fire. And if you don't like that, you can set it heavy so you know when the bow's gonna fire. But I like it to be more of a surprise. I'll rotate my hand and keep pulling back, and then it'll fire off. So I'm almost shooting it like a hinge. I seem to get better results with that. Along with that, though, it also comes with 2 size thumb buttons. I like the bigger one. I have kind of bigger hands. I wear XL, 2XL gloves. So the smaller one didn't quite fit my fingers. You can see there's a decent amount of difference in it. It's not crazy, but enough to, that I liked it. So I also went with the farther travel piece. So there's a travel piece right here. This one's a little bit shorter. So if you want it tighter to the release, you can too. Once again, I got kind of bigger hands, so I wanted it to set out more. You can also adjust it with 2 screws here to slide this back and forth however you want. It's preference. I shot it with, my little rubber band here, and just to see where I'd like it before I actually took it off on a bow, and how hot it is and whatnot. The only thing I don't really like about it that my true ball didn't have is you have to set this part to lock it, and I've never had a release that's done that, but I think I'm going to end up liking it because I want something that can hold on the bowstring while I'm filming, and that's pretty much one of the reasons why I got this, and that's one of the reasons why I won't shoot a hinge release during the season, is because I can't just forget about the release. So with this, I can forget about the release. I'll clip it on there at the very beginning of the hunt, and I know it's ready to go whenever the deer step out. So therefore, if I'm sitting there playing around with this, I'm probably not going to get as good film that I could get shooting this. But I really like this release. I was kind of on the fence between the Ultra View thumb button, which is a great release. It's not quite as customizable as this, and it didn't seem like it had as hairpin as a trigger as this does, and that's kind of what I like. Like I went back to earlier saying, I like the hairpin in this. Alright, so I started, messing around with it. This is my little rubber band. I tied a string on it, and I'll actually shoot, practice like I'm shooting with it. It just kind of lets you know the release. So you have to click this in, put the string on it, and it's good to go. It's not going to move anywhere from there. The actual thumb button part is pretty, I got it set to pretty light. You can see I barely put any pressure on that, and it's firing. which is what I like. But once again, you can adjust it. I mean, it's pretty adjustable. So it comes with a wrench. You can adjust it to however you want. I got it about 2 half rotations off of not being able to, I mean, to where it wouldn't fire at all because it would be too light. Once again, I tried it with the 3-finger, didn't quite like it, so I went to the 4-finger. I like that a lot more. The release also comes with great instructions, so it will, you know, I mean, it are super easy to read. It's super easy to do all the adjustments on the release and everything. I would recommend this to anybody, especially people filming, due to the fact that it will stay on their bowstring. Some people like, if you like to shoot the wrist straps, you know, and wrist trigger releases, that's totally fine too. I just personally don't like those. They tend to let the target panic creep back in a little bit. So I shoot a thumb button, and I think this is, after a lot of research and everything, this Stan Onnex is the best thumb button I could find on the market right now, in a decent price range too. I mean, it's costing you close to $400-ish after it's all said and done. Alright, so another really cool feature about this is they designed this little pin here that screws out of the thumb button part and will screw into close to where the release is. Now this will not you can still practice and the release will still go off, but it will not let the actual trigger part of the release that's holding the string fire. The only thing I can really think of this for is on certain archery contests they do and whatnot. You only get a limited amount of arrows you can shoot before the actual contest. So I think they made this so you could actually sit back, pull your bow back, get the feeling of the fire, and then let the bow down, and then do it all over again without an actual arrow firing. I mean, it's not gonna go. I've actually done it with the bow a few times, and it's a little sketchy at first, but it works just fine. So it's you know, you can be completely safe with it. So I think the next step is, let's go out. I've shot it a few times. Let's go out and shoot it, and then we'll give our review, our final review after it's said and done, shot outside and whatnot with our Mathews VXR. Man, it really complements this VXR, which is a great shooting bow. I love Mathews. That's all we shoot here on Madco is Mathews bows. This Stan Onnex release complements it very, very well. It's just a crisp trigger pull. Fits in your hand great. And if you don't like the 4-finger, you just go to the 3-finger. I mean, you can adjust you can adjust it up, down, however you want. I don't know how you find a way to not like this release, because if you don't like a certain aspect of it, it can pretty much change. So with that being said, I would recommend this to just about anybody who's shooting a bow. Regardless of whether you're filming or not, I think it's a great technique to have. It's a great release. I mean, there's really nothing else to it. It's pretty standard. You can adjust it however you want and get it super crisp, super knot. I would recommend this release to anybody, and I probably will be shooting this release for a lot of years, and it feels like it's a good quality release, so I think it's going to hold up for a lot of years. Hopefully I don't drop it out of my pocket in the woods somewhere and can't find it. That would be worst case scenario. So thanks for watching my review on the Stan Onnex release. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our page. You know, like the video, it helps us out. We can make more cool hunting videos and stuff like that. Whether you like squirrels, deers, you know, whatever it is. We do some fishing videos too. We try to keep something for everybody on the channel. So go ahead and give us a subscribe. And this 2023 deer season can't come soon enough, I know, for all of us. So thanks for watching.